Hello my friends and welcome back to Kev's Hobby Showcase. I'm of course Kevin. You may have also seen me on my other channel, my friend John, where called Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. And today I'm going to do something new. It's still painting minis, but it's from a new game. I was able to get the core set for Star Wars Shatterpoint. I had some gift card balance left on Amazon, so I was able to pick it up, at a reduced price. And I just had the core set, which is quite a bit. Let me just tell you, the box was a lot bigger than I thought it was going to be. And it's basically, as far as characters go, it is 16 minis. So I'm going to take them two at a time. Because let's face it, 16 minis, we'd be sitting here all day. All right, so the two I chose to do today are Anakin Skywalker and, on the other side, Asajj Ventress. Now, this game does seem to censor on the characters mainly from the animated Clone Wars series. Now, I've seen it. I watched it while it was still on Netflix. It might be on Disney Plus now. I'm not sure. But it is good. I mean, I enjoyed it thoroughly. And I know Netflix kind of made a final season on their own, like to kind of tie up loose ends, I guess. And because it said exclusive to that, so I don't know if that would be on Disney Plus, which I hope it is, because it kind of made sense for them to make it. Like I said, it did kind of tie up loose ends. I think the series ended with Ahsoka Tano leaving the Jedi Order, and I think that's like the way the original series ended. And then when they made another season, they kind of tied up loose ends after that. So. I do hope that it's on Disney Plus, but I haven't checked it out, so I don't know if it is. But anyway, so normally I would have a nice box to go by. Of course I do, but the box is freaking huge. So basically looking up on the Atomic Mass website, Atomic Mass Games website, to get the color schemes for both Anakin Skywalker and Asajj Ventress. Now, excuse me, I do like to paint my minis in the way that they're supposed to be painted, instead of, using creative license, so to speak. So yeah, so for me that was important to find that out. Excuse me. So anyway, when I do these, I'm going to be doing them, like I said, two at a time. Most times it's going to be, from the Republic side, one character from the Republic side, one character from the Separatist side. Except when I do, because they have two clone troopers, I'm going to do those two together. And they have two, sets of three battle droids, so I'll do those together. But most of the time it's going to be one character from the Republic side, one character from the Separatist side. So that's what I'm doing today. I'm going to start it off with, why not? Start it off with the big man himself, Anakin Skywalker, right? Because we all know, all of us who've ever seen Star Wars, and I'm sure just about everybody has, who's going to be watching this, who is he? Darth Vader. So it's very important. At least to me it is. All right, so anyway, I'm not going to be filming the priming today. The temperature's still pretty cold, so I'm going to wait until temperatures warm up before I film the priming again. So I'll do the priming off camera, and then when I come back, we'll start with some base coats. All right, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and the primer on Anakin Skywalker and Asajj Ventress have dried. So now, start with some base coat. Let's get to it. Let me get this on my head. All right, get this down. Okay. Now, normally, when it comes to something from Atomic Mass Games, I would have a box, to look at the character and go by that. So since this one is the core set, basically I'm just going straight to their website and looking at the gallery. All right, so we're going to start with Anakin, because his uniform is mostly brown. Two shades of brown, but brown nonetheless. All right, so let's get the darker brown first. Alright, I'm going to try to not go too heavy on the dark brown because oh, I already kind of messed it up. I was hoping to get it so that I wouldn't have to wait for paint to dry in order to get the parts that are light brown, but I already kind of messed that up, so I'm just going to have to do the weight. But at least I don't have to worry about having a bit of a heavy hand with this color. So like I said, with this game, at least the core set is very representative of the Clone Wars animated series. And like I said, that was a very good. I felt it was a very good series. I mean, there's a couple of. There's like another Star Wars series that was very good. It was Star Wars Rebels. Because as much as it could be for kids, it also had like the heavy subject that comes with dealing with the heavy subjects that come with dealing with the Empire. And so for adults, it was also very, very good to watch. I enjoyed it. I mean, I remember when it first came out, I was watching it with my kids, and then for some reasons, like we just never seemed to catch the newer episodes. So what I did, well, when the Ahsoka series came out, and I was watching that, I realized that a lot of references were being made to the Star Wars Rebels series. I mean, also because some of the characters were directly from that. And so then I basically went on Disney Plus and I watched it. And I remember my sister, well, one of my sisters, was saying, "Oh yeah, there was one episode where this character dies," and I'm like, "Oh," I said, "Don't say anything." And she was like, "Oh yeah, it was a very, very sad moment." I'm like, "Okay, all right, stop talking." But yeah, it was good. It was a really good series. I mean, I remember when the Clone Wars animated series pretty much started from an animated movie that had come out. And I thought the animated movie was done very well too. But for whatever reason, I was unable to watch the series. I just never caught it. I even forget what channel it was on at the time. It may have been on may have been on Cartoon Network at the time. I don't remember. All right. Okay. Oh, let me get the edges up here. Oh, may as well. I don't have to worry about being too careful now because I gotta wait for this to dry before I can put in the lighter brown color. All right. Let me just take a look at this. All right. Okie dokie. Oh, get the little spots here and there. Okay. All right. I think we've made a good start on Anakin. All right. Whereas I should be done with this color, I'm going to keep it around just in case. Now, for Asajj Ventress, what am I going to start with? There's a fair amount of blue on her, so let's get that. All right. Yeah, like this whole thing is supposed to be blue. Yeah, so I am going to try to post more. I think while I'm making these videos, I actually posted a little video on social media that was going to be, try to post more. Trying to get like a preview as to what's coming up. I am going to try to do more of the comic discussions, because I kind of fell off from that, but I did say which ones I was going to try to do. I just got to dig some of my old issues out so I can, review them. And I also like to post pictures of the covers to kind of give a little enhancement to the video. At least I feel like it does. One thing I will say about when you're looking at these, whoops, well, oh, I gotta get it later anyway. One thing I will say about these, when you're looking at them from the website for Atomic Mass Games, is when you're looking at these things in the gallery, you can kind of spin the image to see what the back looks like. All right, so that's pretty much got to dry before I can really do anything else with her. All right, so let's see. So Anakin, I gotta wait for this to dry because there's a lot of these other spaces where it's a lighter brown, including his hair. And on Asajj Ventress, so her skin tone is actually just white, not even like the flesh tone. It's just white. So it is a bit that I'm gonna okay. I'll just kind of say her boobs. I got that goes white. The bits of her arm, her head. So I really need the blue paint to dry before I can go further on that. So we're gonna take a break here. Let me take that off my head. All right. Okay, so like I said, we're going to take a break and let that paint dry. And then when I come back, we're going to go further on these pieces. I'm going to get the light brown in on Anakin, and I'm going to get the white color in on Asajj and see how many other areas of her I can paint. So stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, and welcome back. And the paint on Anakin and Asajj Ventress has dried, and we're going to continue with some more. All right, so let's get this on my head. And let's point this down. Okay. So first thing I'm going to do is take the lighter color brown. Let's put Asajj Ventress aside for a sec. All right, now we're going to trying to remember what paintbrush I used the last time I did this. I think this is good enough. Okay, so let's start here. Okay. All right. I am looking forward to trying this game out, I will say that. But I didn't want to wait too long before I started painting the minis. All right. There we go. Yep. And as always, when I'm doing these videos, gotta do other things. So I started my dinner, making my seasoned potatoes. Basically what I do is I take a package of small potatoes, and I slice them in half, put them in a Pyrex with olive oil, and then excuse me, and then I season them with garlic powder, onion powder, and Italian seasoning. And put them in the oven, 425 for about 45 minutes. They come out really good. Actually, for last year, for both Thanksgiving and Christmas, I actually made them for family. And they seem to enjoy it. All right. We're moving pretty nicely with Anakin. Now, the one thing I have noticed, the more I do this, the more I do these videos, is I am starting to get faster at painting these minis. I gotta start using what's in the jar here. Matter of fact, the longest part of these videos, when I make them, is waiting for paint to dry. Which sometimes can get a little frustrating, only because I'm doing these. It's like, right now it's on a Saturday, and I don't mind. I don't really go out on Saturdays. I don't really hang out anywhere. But it's like I'm trying to get them done because not only do I want to get the videos, like recording done, but I want to have them put together and out on the same day, and that doesn't always happen. It gets a little frustrating with that, because then it's like I'm like, oh, because I got John coming over tomorrow, and I need to get these out, and I don't want to delay. I try to get them out as quickly as I can once all the footage is finished. Ooh, this came out nice. I like it. So I get the hair, because that's all I really need to do for this color on Anakin. So yeah, so anyway, that's pretty much, the process. So I record all the footage. I mean, I was at one point doing 5 videos at once. I did scale back on that, only because I do need to do other things as well. 5 videos basically takes up my entire day. Yeah. And is also why I have so many videos out, is I would just do a whole bunch at a time. All right. Okay, that's good for Anakin, because anything else I need to do requires that brown paint to dry. All right, so let's see what we need to do with Asajj. All right, with her, screen timed out on my tablet. All right, can do a fair amount of the. Actually, hold on a second. That's interesting. All right. All right, let me start with the white paint. I can get as much of this as I can. Let's start with the head. I don't know if you can hear it over the microphone on my camera, of my video camera. It's a dog outside freaking out over something. All right, let's get the boobs. Well, will say I have nothing against dogs, but I am very much a cat lover when it comes to pets. You know, I do prefer cats. I don't know how many of you saw my tribute to my cat that we had to we had to get put down because of illness. Yeah, I really did love him very much. And it really broke my heart to have to make that decision. But like I said, the decision had to be made, and I made it. Sometimes that's when I basically say sometimes being an adult sucks, because you got to make those hard decisions. And I mean, heck, when we were in the vet, I even said to him, you know, and I broke down. I said, if this is my fault, I'm sorry. And my kid's like, Dad, no, it's not your fault. Although it felt like it was, you know, but hey, you know, I'll listen to my kids. I'm sure that if it was, you know, in their moment of grief, they would have said something. All right. All right. So now this thing around her waist. When I was looking at the picture that's on the website, it looks like it's more of a metallic color. So that's what I'm going to try to make it. All right, let's see, is this it? Yeah, that's it. All right. All right, let's see if I can find the brush I used for it before. I think this is it. All right. All right, now I know with when I do the Star Wars Legion characters, I know that I don't do the wash. I will be doing that for these. I think one, because these pieces are definitely bigger, and the wash would definitely show up better. All right. Oh. All right. So let me see. Can I do that? Can I get away with that? Yes, I can. All right. So let me find the other brown paint that I was using before, and there it is. So that thing that's on the front of her, I'm not exactly sure what it's supposed to be, but it does look like it's supposed to be brown. So, yeah. So here we go. And then I gotta see if I can go over it lightly with another color to make the inscription stand out. All right. That's quite a bit for right now. Oops. All right, so we actually got quite a bit done. Okay, so actually I got more done than I thought I would. So next, when we come back for Anakin, you got the lightsaber, both the hilt and the color of the blade, and you have on his belt, I could see on the picture, there's like little bits on there that I could paint the metal color. Also, I got to do this the flesh tone for his face, and then all that would be left for him is the base. As for Asajj Ventress, there's basically, like I said, both lightsabers, both the hilt and the blade. You know, for hers, like for Anakin, it'll be blue. For hers, it'll be red. You know, color of the Sith. I did notice I forgot to do the shoes, like the feet. Not sure what color yet. I have to really consult the thing. It might be blue as well. Like I could have just done it before, but. And then I got to see if I can get those inscriptions on that thing that's dangling in front of her. See if I can get something that'll not only show up, but also not like, you know, spread off of the inscriptions, and it's just where you can't even really see it. So I'm going to try to do that as well. And then with both of them, after that's done, it's just the base and then the wash. All right, so stay tuned. I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and that paint is now dry on Anakin and Asajj Ventress. So we're going to get started again, and we're going to start doing you know, lightsabers and other little details. So let's get to it. All right. Start with Anakin. First thing I'm going to do is get the flesh color on his face. Get that out of the way. All right, let's take this brush. All right, so let's get in there. All right. One thing I've always noticed about the flesh color is that it always seems to go on very watery, but then it settles in later. All right. Okay, so yeah, we're at the point now where a lot of things are just going to go kind of quick. All right, go back. I'm going to take out metallic color. All right, this is going to be for the hilt of the lightsaber, as well as some of the parts of his, some of the parts of his belt. All right, I know I used a different brush before, but I need one with a smaller tip. All right. Not sure which of my devices made that noise, but I thought I silenced them both. All right. Let's get... yeah, pretty much just a little bit on the front. As a matter of fact, before I do Anakin's lightsaber, I'm going to use this color for the hilt of Ventress's lightsabers. All right. All right. So that's it for that. And I was looking at the gallery for the how to do the bases, because they're different from what they use for Marvel Crisis Protocol, and you know, just want to get an idea as to how they figured it, to see what I would do. All right, and okay, there we go. Nice blue lightsaber for Anakin Skywalker. Okay, so aside from the base, Anakin's finished. Well, yeah, like I just said, aside from the base. All right, so put that aside. Let me take this. All right, so for Asajj Ventress, I'm going to do the lightsabers first. And then I'm going to try to figure out what to do on this part that dangles down. Yeah, so red lightsabers for the Sith. Sorry, I'm quiet, but I'm trying to concentrate and not put too much like I just did. Like I pretty much just did. All right. All right. I think I kind of compensated for putting too much on there. All right. So put that there. All right, well, I know probably should have just done her shoes when I did the rest of this. And all right. Now the most challenging part. All right, this is a lighter brown, the one I used before. Now let's see. Actually, let me see what they used here. All right, change of plan. Not the brown. I'm gonna bring out the gold. Ah! Dang it, it fell on the floor. And I'm so sorry about that. I try not to do that on camera. It's not what this channel's about. Feel free to laugh though. You know, it is funny. All right. Okay. Yeah, I'm sure there's going to be friends of mine, if they are watching this video, that's all they're going to be talking about. All right, so just lightly. Aha. There we go. I think I did it. I should try something like this whenever I come across all those X-Men. And they got the little tiny X. All right, so here, I don't know if you could see it. Lightly went over it with the gold, and all the inscriptions are now visible. So yeah, I am very, very happy with that. All right. Here, a fire engine outside. Must be an emergency. All right, so let's see what we got. All right, so I'm going to use the metallic color again, because on Anakin's base, this little bit here, I'm going to grab another brush. That little bit there, when I do look at the gallery, it shows it to be a metallic color. But it shows the rest to be like a sandy color. Now, as far as for Ventress, I'm just going to make it a, well, for that, let me see if I can see one, because I haven't really seen it. All right, for that one, it's just going to be a grayish color. All right, so, but first, before I do that, let me finish up with Anakin. Now, with Anakin, like I just said, I picked up a little while back a desert yellow color. So, and to tell you the truth, the reason I picked up this color is because I bought a character pack for Marvel Crisis Protocol that had was a character pack of Spider-Man villains, and it had Sandman. So here's a good test to see how the color looks when applied. And, well, I'm actually pretty pleased here. All right. All right. Well, something different than what I've done for some of these bases. All right. Put this away. Now for her base, I'm going to use the dark gray. All right, I'm gonna try to find a brush that I used for this. I think I did. Ah! All right, no big deal. I gotta go over that lightsaber. Some of the red came off, probably when I just flicked it. Yeah, I thought I was careful when I grabbed this piece just now. Thought I was. I thought wrong. Okay. But that's okay. It is something I could fix pretty easily, and it's not even that much, so I could probably fix it pretty quickly. Hopefully without rubbing off anything else. All right. Whoops. Let's keep doing that. All right. Good thing I left the red out. All right. All right. Okay. Alrighty. We are almost done. Just gotta let that paint dry and then come back with the wash. Okay. Alright, so like I said, we just gotta let that paint dry, come back with the wash, and then these pieces are finished. Alright, so stay tuned, and I will be right back. Okay, I'm back, and all that paint is now dry on Anakin and Asajj Ventress. So we're gonna do the wash. Alright, and I'm gonna see how it makes some of this stuff stand out. Alright. Alright, so let's get to it. Start off with Anakin. Now I'm not going to do the actual lightsaber blades, I'm going to do everything else. Alright, get it all nice and in there. Let it all settle into all those little crevices. Or some people might say crevasses. And even on the base, because it's just going to make it all stand out more. Okay. That's for Anakin. Now for Asajj. Okay. Still love the way that came out. You know, there was back, way back when I first started really doing all this, I was painting pieces for War Machine and Hordes, and at the very beginning I was exclusive to the faction Signar, and one of their colors was gold, and also when I did Hordes I was doing Scorn, which again one of the colors was gold. And I used to do this all the time. I can't believe I forgot about that. I shouldn't have put everything else away. All right, so let's. Alrighty, let's get this up here for display. So here we go. Anakin Skywalker and Asajj Ventress. Ready to go. And I'm going to point it out one more time. See how well it came out? I'm so proud of that. Anyway, thank you very much for watching. That's all I got for today. And please, like and subscribe to this video and my other videos as much as possible. Also, please go to Tabletop Jones Productions, where John and I are the two idiots playing board games. We do have a good number of videos up there. Please, like and subscribe those and share them as much as possible as well. And also, hopefully pretty soon, we're going to be building up our Patreon Patreon channel. I mean, it is a membership site, so if you're able to check that out, please do. We do have one video up right now. It's us playing tabletop hockey, but we're going to have more coming up soon. And, so all of you out there, take care of yourself. Have a great day, and I will see you again soon. Bye-bye.